So, tons of progress has been made since the last time I made a, talk on Lambda Players. Last one was just a cool disintegration effect that I did. Gosh, it's so cool. I love it. My opinion, it's the best effect yet. Anyways, definitely there's been a lot of progress. As you can see, there's probably a lot more tabs than before. So, I do want to talk about what's new in these tabs before anything else. So, like, here, it's pretty familiar with the Zeta Players. You have the allow edit world and allow edit non-world. You know, pretty basic stuff. This is a world thing. I can't grab it because limit physicon is on, but if this is on, they can grab that. You know, pretty self-explanatory stuff if something's a world entity or not. But this is new. This is pretty much for servers and stuff. So if you're on a server and stuff and there's Lambda players spawn, you can just turn this off if you don't want them like touching your stuff, like, you know, this. Someone could touch this and stuff, and if I'm trying to build and stuff and I don't want them to like touch my stuff, I can just turn this off and they can't do anything about this. So that's pretty cool that the individuals can decide if they want their stuff to be touched or not by the Lambda players. Debugging, nothing changed there. Lambda player settings, you can choose if their flashlights will draw. You can see it takes a second before their flashlight comes on.
Great work. Now there's one more style of jumping you need to learn.
You can turn this off if you don't want flashlights to be rendered for, I don't know, performance reasons. You can choose if you're the Lambda players you spawn respawn or not. So this guy obviously won't respawn. However, uh, okay, so that's not supposed to happen. They're supposed to be removed. But anyways, if this was working properly, they wouldn't respawn and be just removed from the game. However, this will only work if this is on, if you're not an admin. So server owners and stuff can decide if people who aren't admins can spawn, you know, respawning Lambda players. And there's spawn weapon, pretty self-explanatory. Same thing as the spawn weapon from Zeta Players and equipment options. But, you know, we got all of this. That guy whipped out Toolgun. I guess he was just gonna spawn something. Or do whatever. We've been here already with this. But add-on player mods, you could allow them to spawn add-on player, or have their model be like random, yeah, like that. That's an add-on player model. This is obviously one. So yeah, that's there. Realistic fall damage. Fall damage is now a thing. Except, next spots, landing are very weird, and there's not much we can do about that. So if a Lambda player falls from a height they should take fall damage from, but don't, it's a weird next spot quirk. I don't think I could fix. I can, but it wouldn't be really performant, in my opinion, with what I got as an idea. Why aren't you... Okay, they're acting really weird. I don't know, probably some multiplayer thing. It's weird. It's bizarre. Realistic fall damage, well, it would be similar to the realistic fall damage we have. I have realistic fall damage on right now. At that height, I took 64. Well, my health like took like 46 damage. They would do the same if I had this on. But of course, for some reason, they're acting really weird. Um, hmm. I'm not too sure why that is. I'm gonna restart my game. Alright, we are back in game, and let's see if anything has changed. So we'll turn this off. Nope. Probably just a multiplayer thing. I don't know. I don't think that's something I can really fix. It'll probably work in single player, but I'll check later just to make sure. But they do take fall damage. It's worked before. I don't know why it's deciding to make me look like a liar here, but oh well. So here we go. This is new. I got the tools down, and there's and the limits as well, which are all handled automatically, which is very handy on the developer side of things. And speaking of developer side of things, I will later I'll talk about adding stuff externally, but that'll be a topic later. Anywho, you know, prop limit, light limit, dynamite limit. These are the tools we have right here. Color tool, material tool, light tool, and dynamite tool. That's what we got so far. Now the dynamite and light tool, back with the Zetas, they used to be separate entities. For the reason so they could directly support Zeta players. That's not the case now. This is a real light entity. It's not a copy of the light entity like Zeta's had. This is the same exact thing as this. But I did some trickery just to make it support Lambda players. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I can easily convert most of these things to work with Lambda. See all this. Where do you spawn? Where do you spawn? Oh! That's what he spawned! Oh my gosh. Okay. Anywho. Those are the tools we got so far. Over here, there's a UI scale. I can't remember what I talked about before, so if I'm repeating some things from before, well, it is what it is, but UI scale, depending on your monitor size, UI stuff like the voice chat at the bottom right there, you can see the guy speaking, will be scaled depending on your screen's resolution. Name display here will be scaled depending on your screen resolution, all that stuff. You can change it with this, but you really shouldn't have to. It does it automatically for you. Nothing new here. Nothing really new here. Weapon permissions, nothing really new here either. This is new. This was done by PoloQuest. By a contributor that's also helping out work on the Lambda players. And this is one of the options for the knife. Backstab. You can see some things return, like the Pig has returned. Most of these returned. The Volver returned. The golf club returned, except now it's just even more stupid than it was before. Because it's a lot bigger than it was before. So yeah, let's take a look at the weapons. There it is. Uh, it's terrifying. People who have had PTSD with the golf club will now, well, oh, I never got killed by, oh my, oh, 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 I want to hear that again. That was, oh, he switched it away. Oh, that was actually pretty funny. I never got hit by that before. Oh, that's the SMG. It seems, I haven't seen most of the functions yet, because I haven't tested them, nor have I made them myself. Contributors done that. But yeah, it's pretty much the same speed as their versions of the Half-Life 2 weapons are generally pretty accurate to the weapons we have. So that's pretty cool. That'd be it for this. That's so far. That's pretty much it. Interesting stuff to talk about. Still need to fix that respawning stuff. But yeah, we can see the tools in action. While we're on the speaking of tools, before with the Zetas, when a tool couldn't be used, actually, yeah, no. When a tool couldn't be used, they didn't try any other tools, they just stopped at that. Now, when they can't use a tool, they just switch on to a next tool to see if they can use that. Until they can use a tool, or they can't use a tool at all. So, that's pretty cool. We got dynamite here, spawned by him. Diego. What's this light? Oh. This is from him. Well, bruh. I don't know who the heck this guy is. Armor! Oh. Just this freaking. Get pranked, loser. Oh, that's pretty much it so far. But there's been a ton of progress behind the scenes as well, so we'll get to talking about that now. So far with development on the behind the scenes stuff, uh, I've been trying my best to make parts of the Lambda players as accessible and like uh, I don't know how to describe it, but be able to add on to them more. So like via addons and stuff, like profile pictures before you they were located in the data folder previously with the Zeta players. Now all profile pictures are, give me a second. They'll be located in your materials folder here or here. It's just personal preference, whatever you want. I prefer here. They will be like located here, Lambda players. These are all folders you would have to create custom underscore profile pictures, and bam. This is new too. Previously, Zeta players did not allow you to do this, but you can organize your profile pictures in folders. So that's pretty cool. They'll all be considered like this, all of this will be used and stuff. Pretty epic. So you can organize as much as you want as pretty much as I wanted to do, because this looks a lot nicer than just a bunch of image files slapped together, and you can just remove them easily when you want. So yeah, add-ons can pretty much add more profile pictures. So that's pretty cool as well. You can create an add-on with basically this file path, you know, material. Let's take this for example, your add-on name, the materials folder, this, and then any like image file or so. So yeah, add-ons will be able to, you know, give you more profile pictures, and server owners and stuff and servers can at least send profile pictures to their clients so they can actually see the profile pictures, which that is cool. Let's see. So far, any other data such as names and stuff is still a work in progress. It's not ready yet, but I actually need to remove this. I don't need that anymore. So far, this is basically a direct copy of my names, .json, but named differently because that's what Lambda players want. But yeah, this still a work in progress. We'll get back to that once there's a panel for that and stuff. Another thing for developers, there are hooks that can be used. So if we go to first convars, if we go down here, there's this hook right here. This hook is called when all of these, you know, convars are created. This hook can be used to, you know, use these functions right here to create, like, you know, custom functions for these guys, and it'll show up in their settings. But these functions must be called within this, just to ensure it exists. Same goes with console commands right here. There'll be a hook that you'll use to use these functions in. There's, let's see, universal actions. Universal actions, this returns from Zeta Players. Universal actions basically is actions that Lambda players can do, like passively. So like they can do it anytime. It doesn't rely on states at all. It's just
Oh,
completely random.
fiddlesticks. What now?
The only U action the Lambda players have is switching to a random weapon, which
Ah!
there you go. You just switched to the tool gun, evidently. So that's U actions for you, or universal actions. You can add custom universal actions to Lambda players by using this hook again and using this sort of function right here. You can see you can use that as an example basically. And then to the tools where you can actually use this is the wrong place. Right here. Oh, excuse me. You can add custom tools to the Lambda players, which that is another big thing that you can do. You use this hook to use this function in. So here you can see some of the tools here. The color tool. It's very simple on how these works. Use weapon, it basically uses the tool gun on something, plays a cool little, you know, tracer and ring thing. And you can do whatever. So this means other people can like make support. Well, mimic like certain tools and stuff. Like I have here, like we got the light tool here, stuff, the dynamite tool, all that stuff. So yeah, custom tools can be made and uploaded to the workshop, which will be cool and great to see. And the last thing that can be done is entity limits, which should pretty much be done in conjunction with Toolgun tools. You can see right here, again, the hook that you will need to use in order to use this function. You can see there's we created entity limits for light and dynamite, which you saw in game earlier. We'll go to the light. You can see the light tool. Keep this in mind right here. We first check if we're under the light limit right now, and if we're not, then we can't. Just don't use this tool. But if we are under the limit, we'll just run all of this, and we'll add the created entity to the limit, so it counts to the limit by doing this. Just contribute ent to limit. And then we insert the ent to the Lambda Players spawn entities. But yeah, that's the entity limits for you. You'll definitely want to use this if your Toolgun tools involve entities and spawning entities like this. Just to make it, you know, give people options for your Toolgun tools that spawn entities. So yeah, that's pretty much it so far. You've done a lot. There's a lot of support being done for, you know, making add-ons for Lambda players and just hopefully allowing you to do as much as you can externally without having to, like, you know, make a whole separate take on this entire thing, like forking it in GitHub and stuff. So yeah, until next time.